Good evening and welcome to the Sunday evening stream. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Great to see you all. Great to see you all. Let's see who we've got in. We've got Ernesto. Good morning from Cal. Okay, good morning for you, Ernesto then. Good morning to you. Good evening, Gold Sniper. How are we doing, mate? Do make sure you drop a like on the stream, everyone. Daniel, how are we doing, my friend? How are we doing? Great to see you. Hello, everyone. Good evening, Dave. Hello to you, Aqua. Tell you what, I could probably remove this, couldn't I? Can I remove that? Oh, we'll leave it. Another Dave, how are we doing? Yeah, do make sure everyone drops a like on the stream. And we'll be having a look exactly what's been going on this weekend. And what we might be getting this week. So yeah, any questions or thoughts, get them in the chat. But great to see everyone. Hope you've had a great weekend. I mean, first things first is this wild move that we had today. Huge deleveraging event. Well, huge in relation to the recent price action. Yeah, it was a big old flush out, wasn't it? And yeah, pumped straight back to the upside. Well, as you can see, a lot of things have took a beating on the back of it. Like Solana's down nearly 5%. Altcoins are bleeding again. Ton, did anyone catch the ton? The ton trade I put in the Discord. Did anyone get onto it? Anyone in the chat that got onto the ton trade I put in? That was a great little trade. Ended up at this time at Sunday. Something crazy will happen soon. I always stream for an hour on Sunday evening, Steampunk. Yeah, I always stream on a Sunday evening for an hour. Just to have a look at the market. Save a crypto evening. I've been out today. What was that spike this afternoon? I think it's just been a complete, just a bit of games in it. I think on the market maker side. Obviously, we had this initial flush out, and then this spike was pretty crazy. But I think it was just I think the move was generally just to get people out both sides. I mean, it completely crushed both sides, that didn't it? Utterly crushed both sides. You had obviously longs taken out very aggressively here, and then shorts that had built up here, and then anyone that had shorted on this way down just got completely blew out the water. But we are back at our good old 84k level again. So there is that. And we do have this kind of descending trend line as well that we need to break above. But in general, what am I looking at for this week? I'm still looking to maybe short this area. Obviously, if we go to the CME, so we're going to have a CME gap open at 84,405. So not really too far away from where the price is now. So there's not really going to be too much of a gap. I expect that probably to be closed pretty quickly. But in general, I'm still maybe eyeing up a short from the closure of this upward gap here, and obviously where price would come into supply here. So we'll see if it gets there or not. We'll see if it gets there. At the moment, price is rejecting again, as you can see from this area, where we obviously struggled to get above. It was resistance, then we got above, flipped it to support, dropped below, then rejected off it a good few times now. So we need to get back above the 84k level. What do you think that whale gets liquidated or a big crash coming? Which whale are you on about? Are you on about the hyperliquid whale? Yeah, I wouldn't be too fussed about that. I wouldn't really be too fussed. I think that hyperliquid whale is being used as kind of like a way to try and trap some people. So say it goes long or short, people now are really following it, aren't they? So again, I mean, just my opinion, but yeah, I think it's kind of being used now as like a way to maybe get people trying to position on the wrong side. But I believe it was short, wasn't it? So maybe it did catch all of this downside move and closed out. I'm not sure. Long ton, yeah, very good, Daniel. Nice one. Up or down? Isn't that the age-old question? Doesn't really matter. The thing is, it doesn't matter whether you think up or down. You just have a plan for both. So it's not necessarily about choosing whether it's going to go up or down. It's having a plan for both. So my plan, as it was discussed last week, I was looking for a move. I'm looking for a move into this closure of the CME gap into supply to then short it back down, potentially, depending on the reaction in there. So that's my plan for the upside. For the downside, I'll be honest, I'm not really in too much of a rush to... Obviously, we have somewhat of support here, don't we, now? We've built somewhat of a support level down here towards like 80k-ish. Obviously, we had price hold here. Then it turned to resistance here. Then obviously flipped back to support, retested here again. But yeah, in general, I'm not really too eager. I'm not really too fussed about getting into longs. at the moment. I mean, a sweep of here and then close back above, something like that. That would interest me a lot, yeah. But at the moment, I'm more focused because I don't think... I'm unsure whether I think the downside is done or not. So as you can see it more clearly if we just zoom out. As to why I'm focusing on this zone. You can also focus on this like sort of 88 to 89k region as well. It's quite key. You could highlight that. That would be quite key as well. But I'm unsure maybe whether the downside is done or not. I don't know. I'm yet to really see like a proper liquidation event. So I don't know. But I'm not in a rush. I was leaving bids here to get long before we got the run up, but it missed. So yeah, I was too greedy, wanting 79k instead of just longing it. So there we go. But yeah, it's just about having a plan for either direction. Okay then. I missed it last few weeks. Okay, Steampunk, yeah. Liquidity grab, yeah. It's just games, and especially on a weekend. To get that type of move on a weekend. Where did everyone get that whale screenshot from? I think it just kind of gets passed around, doesn't it? Like a couple of accounts post it, and then it just gets passed around. Either that, or just people just directly watching the wallet on Hyperliquid. Got a plan only for up. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Just follow that plan. If it comes off, that's all you can do, isn't it? That is absolutely fine, Daniel. If you've only got a plan for up, then that's fine. Just if it comes into your trigger, then play the plan. Just obviously don't be tempted to try and FOMO into shorts in that case. But yeah, what's everyone been doing this weekend? I've just watched Liverpool lose in the final to Newcastle. So that was fun. Not very fun. But yeah, overall, I think this week, just want to see how PA comes out. Now, for those of you that aren't in the Stonksy Discord, I put a great little trade into it this week. I said, I think it was it on Friday? Yeah, I think it was on Friday that I was long on ton, and it was around this $2.80 level here. It was around here-ish, somewhere around here. I think it was about here. And then obviously, yeah, we got the huge move on ton. So congratulations to anyone who took that. That's in the Discord. You know, that was, you know, potentially a 15, 20, 25, 30% move, depending on if you caught it and then where you closed it out. But I know that a few people in the Discord said that they caught it. So well done to you if you did. And if you're not in the Stonksy Discord, I assume that probably would have paid for a decent amount of monthly subscriptions for a few people, or maybe, you know, the annual subscription or something. So yeah, do consider joining. Thing is, with this being a news pump now, what I've got outlined on ton, obviously here, was superb. I actually missed this bit because it came into just a high time frame SR retest. If we go and have a look, as you can see, this level was just resistance. Then obviously it broke above, and then just went shoo. But apart from that break above and then retest, we've never had any back test on it until obviously it came into here. But the thing with ton is, this is on the daily chart, this would be very tricky to break above. So for the short side, I was kind of hoping for it to come more into here and actually trade in here and then slam it down. But obviously with the way that the market is, and maybe it's been a bit front run, maybe it's not going to do that. I mean, I suppose you could have always maybe drawn it like that as well. But I wanted it to come into here for the, as you can see, I've got my alerts here that I haven't triggered. But yeah, I was looking for it to maybe come into there. But I mean, in the event, I mean, $2 is a good level. Obviously, it depends what happens with the market. But ton, I would be very interested to long this again if it comes back in there. Or if we do get just a complete wipeout on Bitcoin, $2 would be a level that I would definitely buy at personally. So that's where we're at, and that was the ton trade over the weekend, yeah. So I think, yeah, made a few people a few pennies. Oops. I can't remember what this was. But yeah, that's where we're up to anyway. What's everyone's overall thoughts on the market? Let me know in the chat. What's everyone's overall thoughts on the market? Or what do you think we're getting this week? Now, this week, we do have FOMC meeting, Federal Open Markets Committee, where the Fed makes the interest rate decision. On Wednesday it is. So I will be streaming that, by the way, as well. So do make sure you get that in your diary. Let's... Yeah. 6 o'clock UTC time. The expectation is that they just hold and they don't change rates. So the expectation is that rates will be left unchanged. And I will be streaming this. So we'll do probably from like 5:30. So we'll have the half an hour build up. We'll have 6 o'clock. And then we'll probably do till 7, because obviously we have the data release at 6. Then 6:30, Powell starts speaking. So we'll probably do 5:30 till 7 UTC time on Wednesday evening. So do make sure you get that written down and join me if you can. It should be a lot of fun. What's Bitcoin doing? But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here with Bitcoin. It's interesting. I mean, at the moment now, this is just turning into a bit of a bearish retest, isn't it? Obviously, resistance and then flip to support, drop down, retest, and then looking like it's going to reject maybe. I think the markets will have a small bounce up. I'm happy with a small bounce up. I would like to, I would like to get in a short around 86.5 to 87k. Take it. You not watching Liverpool get beat, Dave? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Newcastle. I've still got it on the TV. Newcastle are currently lifting the cup. There it is. We were rubbish today. Absolutely rubbish. We've been rubbish for a while, though, to be honest. I mean, that first PSG game was just pure luck. Then we were rubbish against Southampton at home. Obviously, we went 1-0 down. Then we were better in the second PSG game, but not great. And then today, oh, wow, we were so flat and rubbish. I don't know why he persists with starting Jota, to be honest. But, yeah, there we go. Newcastle lifting the cup. So that's 2 cups down this week for Liverpool. I mean, luckily, it's lucky that we've got a 12-point gap, really. It's really lucky that we've got a 12-point gap. Otherwise, we would be in trouble, I think. I think we'd... Alongside the fact that Arsenal aren't great, I mean, they won again today, didn't they? But, you know, if that was 6 points, I would be thinking that would probably be going as well. The fact that it's 12 has kind of saved us. But it just shows, you know, if they would have gone out in January and got a striker, who knows what would have happened? If we would have gone and got a striker in January, who knows? Kim says, I hope big bounce up. Monday dump is coming. Be careful, guys. I mean, I look at the chart and I just think, if this is the bottom of the move, where is the liquidation? Right. So if we look at the daily chart, right. Oh, if we look at the daily chart, I suppose you could say at the time that was the liquidation move, wasn't it? But then we've gone lower since. We've gone lower. Obviously, swept it. I just think, where is the liquidation move? Like, but then at the same time, you know, you look at this liquidation move that we had in August. We did get a retest of that, and we didn't get another liquidation move there. So I suppose it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, personally, I would like to see just one more move lower, even if it's not into here, even if it's just to wipe this out, and maybe just a fast wick into 74, 73k, and then even if we close back above, I would like to see one more wipeout just to completely cleanse the market. The one thing the market needs at the moment is a real cleansing, isn't it? I think anyway. It just needs one last just deep cleanse, just to deleverage people and just clear a lot of the rubbish out. And then I think that'll be it then. But everything's taking a battering today. Altcoins are back on the beaten side, aren't they? And I decided to follow the whale shorts as sexy harder. Well done. Hopefully you should have made some gains then, I'm guessing. Well done. I assume anyway. I assume you've made some gains. So well done. I'm a City fan, so not happy at the moment, Dave. We've gone. Yeah, but you expect that, don't you? I mean, you won 4 on the bounce. You had a treble mixed in there as well. At some point, you will fall off. It just the annoying thing for us is, as a Liverpool fan, this happens every season. We get to around this time, and the wheels just sort of come off. You know, it happened last season. Obviously, we won the League Cup last season, but then the wheels just completely come off. I mean, I would like to think that we've got a big enough gap, not for the wheels to come off in the league. But, I mean, with 9 games to go, it can't, can it, surely? We're not going to lose 4 out of 9. But Arsenal would have to win all theirs as well, but who knows? I'm sticking with your Friday thesis. Get to 86k resistance and close the long. All right, okay. It's up to you, mate. It's completely up to you. Personally, I'm not long at the moment. But if that's Yeah, if that's what you're going for, mate, then yeah, obviously go with that. I'm just mainly looking for the short in there. The main thing I'm looking for is a pull into here, price, like momentum subside, obviously close the CME gap, come into supply, and then short it back down. Personally, I'm not long. I only had that Tom one. That Tom one was really good, and that's been closed out. But this, I mean, who knows? I mean, it's a Sunday, isn't it? So anything can happen. But at the moment, this is just looking like a bearish retest of that resistance. For the last 8 weeks, Monday's been a big dump day for Bitcoin. Let's hope it's the last Monday dump. We'll see, won't we? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I suppose a lot of it will depend on how much the stock market has got left to go as well. Obviously, just they had it. It had a good day on Friday, didn't it? But if that gets dragged back down, then we're going down with it until it bottoms. Thoughts on IOIs? I don't actually know, to be honest. Let's have a look. I'll just spell it. Oh. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Oh, it's doing well then, isn't it, at the moment? I mean, this is obviously just a BLOFIN chart. I don't know if there's any more data. I mean, that chart's not looking great, is it? Maybe if there's someone with historical data to the left and it's been around these levels, maybe it's at high time frame support. I don't know. But at the moment, that just seems like every bounce gets sold. Even today, that bounce has been sold, hasn't it? So I don't know. Maybe it's just in tune with the Maybe it's just in tune with the rest of the market, to be honest, because a lot of charts look like that, don't they? Even like main ones, like say. I mean, that looks pretty much exactly the same, to be fair. I mean, it's good that it's 9% up while everything else, most other things are down. I would just say probably maybe it just needs the wider market recovery in terms of altcoins to shine. Maybe it's just a case of that, but yeah, I don't know. Yes, Tantana, how are we doing? How are we doing? Hope you had a great weekend. Let me know what you've all been up to on the weekend as well. Big gold sticker for whoever's done the most interesting thing this weekend. Let's have a look at Linky. I mean, Link to me is very simple. I think. I think maybe we actually need to drag that down to there. Yeah, we do. So I think, yeah, quite simple, really. I think for the high time frame levels, anyway. For me, it's got the $19 level up here as obviously high time frame pivot. You've then got this sort of $15.50 level as a pivot point as well. And then we've obviously got this $12 something level here where price came into and bounced. Then below that, we've got $10. So literally on Link, in my opinion anyway, it's just level to level play. So it's literally just like here to here and then here. For now anyway, obviously, and then you just, if it recaptures or loses one level, then I'd go like something like this. Yeah. And then obviously above that, that's literally how I'm looking at Link at the moment anyway. I don't know about anyone else or you, Tan, but that's just how I'm looking at Link. It's just level to level play. You've got a couple of key macro levels there. And then if it holds one or, breaks below one or whatever, then just start looking at the next one. And that's how Link looks to me. But it's very clean. Very, very clean. I like it. I mean, in terms of its high time frame, it's not. Obviously, we had the retest of the previous range, didn't we? But I mean, for me, you look on the $10, around the $10 level. Any pullback into $10 looks like a solid buy, doesn't it? If we get there. So we'll see. I think for me, high time frame, ton. And maybe I would add Link into that. AVAX is probably another one as well. Again, rejected here, so that's another high time frame key level for AVAX that we've been watching. As you can see, bang on the nose there, rejected. I wish I would have shorted that today, but I didn't. But again, AVAX is another one. But I think, maybe it's still got some of this that it needs to fill in. I don't know. But I think, Link and Ton just look the cleanest. Two of the cleanest anyway. I would just love, and I apologise for anyone who doesn't want this, but personally, I would just love like another 30% wipeout on alts, and then I would probably be like, right, okay, it's go time now. I mean, Sui's another one. Sui is another one. Retest down here and then bang, okay, go time. Basketball with my son this weekend, Dave. They are still unbeaten this season and now in the playoffs. Oh, wow. Well, that's fantastic. Well done. Well done to that basketball team, mate. I imagine that they're so what is it? Are they like onto like national games now or something? But that's good going. That's really good going. I mean, to be unbeaten is something special, isn't it? But let me know in the chat what you guys would like me to look at. We'll have a look. Yeah, Bitcoin. I mean, this week anything could happen, couldn't it? I mean, hold on to your hats. Really. Hold on to your hats. ETH. So again, yesterday ETH had outperformance, and it failed again, and led to surprise, another local top. But again, price just can't escape this zone, can it? As we can see, price just trading in and around this zone. Got a little bit above it there, but then came back in and just sold off and nukes. Just stuck. I mean, really, we could probably change that, to be honest. You could probably maybe put that up towards here if you wanted to now, which maybe is the case. But still, don't change the fact it just can't get going, can it? Sol is just, Sol's really rolling over. Sol had a couple of strong days, didn't it? And then it's rolling over now. I mean, I would love, considering that this was a news pump, obviously, typically, eventually news pumps gets retraced, don't they? But it was a pretty big piece of news for Ton. But again, you know, I would love a retrace down into here to get back long. Who's buying Stonksy with the 20% discount code offered on monthly? I am. Yes, Lee. Have you been in Stonksy yet, Lee? I can't remember if you've already been in Stonksy or not. I know you've obviously been coming to the live stream for quite a while, haven't you? Well, have you already been a Stonksy user, or will this be your first time? Yeah, for anyone who's thinking about getting Stonksy and hasn't, for new users, there's a 20% off code for your first month using bot20. So that's just bot20, capital BOT 20. I've never had Stonksy. Well, mate, I appreciate you coming to these streams for the length of time that you have been. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But yeah, what would you guys like me to cover? I mean, these Sunday streams are nice, aren't they? Because they're just really relaxed and chilled. But I think we are going to get, I mean, dare you call it Bitcoin judgments this week? I don't know. I think the lead up to FOMC will be interesting to see which way the market goes. So are we going to get hedges long or short? Is the question, isn't it? Are we going to get hedges long or short? If we pump into FOMC, then maybe that's the hedge. Or if we dump into FOMC, maybe that's the hedge. But yeah, we'll just have to see, won't we? But what are you guys looking? Is anyone looking at something specific to buy or get in on? I mean, yeah, for me, I would really like to get back in ton, down back here. If it, I mean, what would it? It would need some serious fallout, wouldn't it? 25%. More than doable though, given it went up like that. So, yeah, Ton and Link, I think, are the two ones that I'm going to have my eye on. Also, obviously, Bitcoin. What is Shaw looking like on Tuesday? Let's have a look. Nothing on the 1 hour. Short on the 5 minute, down from 135. That was a nice trade, that wasn't it? That was a really nice trade. 10 minute, it had a bit of took a little bit of a loss on that one, sideways on that, but then yeah, caught again. Pretty much the same as the 5 minute on this short here. And then, I mean, 30 minute, if we got anything. Came back down to around, it did get that nice push up. I mean, that's just an example, innit, of you getting along and then kind of just manage it on your own if you're up. Because, you know, even in the event, obviously, price does something like this, where it rolls back over to entry, you know, really you should have you maybe trim some off after, because what did it do? So it did 6%, which is decent in it for a perps move. So, you know, in that event, you know, you should really have trimmed some off, or at least have your stop in profit or something like that, shouldn't you? That's where it is. What do you think about gold at market open, considering Trump's military action taken against ISIS? It will be effective. I think the market is still pricing in like turmoil, isn't it, and uncertainty. But so there's a few things with gold. I think, yeah, the market is still pricing in it obviously being a safe haven and and asset to buy in times of uncertainty, which, you know, times are still uncertain. However, I think if, and obviously it's a huge if, but if this is gold's distribution range here, just say like this. If this is gold's distribution range here, we could probably make that a different colour, shouldn't we? No, because that's the same colour as them candles. Hang on. What colour could we make this? Where it doesn't clash with Stonksy. No, because that clashes as well. There's not really a colour, is there, that won't clash with the candles or clash with Stonksy? Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Say if this is gold's distribution range and that's a big if, then it's add, distribution. Then potentially this is the UTAD, so the up thrust after distribution. Now, to confirm that, first of all, obviously we'd have to get back below resistance. So we'd have to come back here exactly as I've drawn, and then that potentially might be like the last fake out slash upwards move. And then from there, then we'd be looking for complete price breakdown, and then obviously trade back down into the range, and then eventual exit the range to the downside. But again, it might just continue onwards. It might just continue up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, whether it's done or not. We'll only be able to kind of tell that. For me, if it gets back below here and stays back below, this 294 level, 2954 level, I think maybe then that maybe suggests the upside is capped. But yeah, it's a tricky one with gold because of obviously everything that's going on, and the fact that Trump just doesn't shut up, opening his mouth with mad stuff. So yeah, potentially we could see, if we see continuation up here, then this is invalid in terms of this being an up thrust. That for me, that would be invalid then. But we'll have to see. Hope for the retest, as you said. I'm short from all-time high. Thanks to Stonksy. Very nice, mate. Very nice. Yes. Like, great to hear that. Everyone, make sure you drop a like on the stream as well. And you can, if for anyone who's not a Stonksy user, you can get 20% discount on your first month. So if you want to come and try it for a month, obviously you can do at 20% off, and that is code BOT20. So I put it in the chat. I'll have to throw it in the description tomorrow. Should we have a look what's been going on in the world anyway? Let's go and have a look what's been going on. Any interesting news stories? No. No. Don't look like there's anything. That was obviously about that. That's what I mean. They're kind of just ramming it in people's faces now, aren't they? Libra, Melania creators, Wolf of Wall Street. Meme coin crashes 99%. What's this? Hayden Davis continues to launch in. Meme coins played with insider trading activity despite being warned by Interpol for previous crypto scams. Wolf. Wow. Yeah, nothing too much apart from obviously the ton stories as well. Bitcoin, yeah, we're getting that breakdown. Look, well, potentially. I mean, anything can happen, and once Asia market opens, anything can happen, can't it? But to me, it just looks like obviously we've had clear resistance at this level. We've got above, then held it as support. We've then broke through, came up, retested it, rejected, and then looked like we're coming down. So, I mean, what does that translate to in terms of price? Obviously, as for the time that we remain below 84k and remain with this zone as resistance, it looks like we're going to be coming down. So, where would you say you would be coming down to? Well, obviously, we'd probably want to come down and sweep below here because there's probably a lot of liquidity below here now that people have long this move on. After that, then we're probably looking down here, aren't we? If not, just a complete run of the lows. Greetings all. Red and ZRO are good trades over the weekend. ZRO had a huge move, didn't it? Yeah. We'll have a look at ZRO now. It had a huge monster move. Where is good old ZRO? Absolutely colossal move. And notice where price stopped here. This is obviously the daily level that we've had marked out. Not a very good looking daily candle, I must say. That looks a really bad daily candle, actually. Doesn't look great at all, does it? Yeah, it doesn't look like a great daily candle, but what a move from the lows. From where it tagged the low there, 52%. I mean, even if you just go from this candle, 28%, 45% to the highs, huge. But yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, it needs to reclaim 250. Needs to reclaim 250, I think. Obviously, that was the low for the daily after launch. So, just makes sense to be a key historical level, which is looking like it is. Red candles on Bitcoin, yeah. Red candles on Bitcoin, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. We are dropping a little bit more now, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially when you mix in the fact that we had this wild wick to the upside, then again followed by more rejection. It looks like we're just going to get a washout, doesn't it? It looks like we're going to get a washout, which if it's going to happen, may as well just rip the plaster off and just get it done. But yeah, we'll obviously have Justin on tomorrow stream as well, so that should be interesting to hear what he's got to say and what his thoughts are on this PA that we've had since he was last on last week. Yeah, I mean, what are we gonna? I don't know about anyone else, but I wake up now every morning and I'm like, I wonder what Bitcoin has done overnight. Because you just don't know, do you? You just don't know what it's going to do. We could have a cascade in both ways. We could have a real surge upwards. We could wake up to a real plunge to the downside. You just don't know. Oh, we are dropping quite fiercely, aren't we now? So yeah, I mean, it's a bit it's a bit interesting, isn't it? Because it's kind of like if you're not already positioned, you've just got to wait. It's like a waiting game, isn't it, until it comes into your key levels? But that is an aggressive drop on Bitcoin now, and altcoins are getting murdered. Sol's down nearly 7%. As you can see, there's not even been any proper bounce on Sol. It's just been complete murder on Sol. ETH is getting murdered, and again, everything was looking so rosy, weren't they, yesterday up here? But now, it's not even that far until ETH is dipping back into the 1700s. If Bitcoin gets a wipe out into mid 70s, low 70s, the altcoin market is in trouble. And it's just it's a sea of red, isn't it? It's a sea of red today. Say, obviously, news pump, wasn't it? And this is just a classic, right? So for anyone just looking to just kind of know how to trade trend reversal, when you get a move up like this, obviously you come into a distribution zone. Now on stay, you can see even before this, so even before this happened, right, you can see here, could even move that up a bit, you can see a level where obviously resistance, then price found support here, then drop below. Now something like, say, price drops below and then retest, pretty similar to exactly what Bitcoin's done now, and then obviously rejecting. So if we draw that out, how would it look? So obviously you would have, you'd have to move up, then you would have range form, then you'd have drop below, and then that's obviously where you enter. That would be your entry. That would be your entry there. Upon the rejection. Same for exactly what Bitcoin's done now. Another one that's good to watch out for is a pattern that does this. So what you'll have is you'll have a trend line. So you'll have price going up on a trend, right? And I'll see if I can find any examples of this one. Obviously now we've got one of Stay on this one, we've got one of Bitcoin on this one. But you'll have price pretty much just trending up, and it will just be like trending along the trend line, and then you'll have a big burst up. Now obviously it's up to yourself to try and determine if you can catch the top of the move or not. But typically what happens then is after price been riding the trend line like that, you get a big burst up, and then it will come down, cut through, and then sell off like that. I'll see if I can find any examples of this one. What we're doing, buyers trying to support Bitcoin again. It's a trader's market. You know what? It is. Damn, that's exactly what it is. It's a trader's market, 100%. I did my first future and shorted Friday close at 84,370. Hopefully, when it opens in a couple of hours, it is still down. What did you short it on then? CG. What platform have you shorted it on? Because if you've done it on an exchange, then it won't matter, will it? Or have you done it on like actual CME? That's what I'm thinking. Have you actually done it on the CME? Because obviously crypto exchanges never sleep. But yeah, it is a trader's market, and for me, something why I'm not in a rush to just position myself or just to like do anything rash. It's because we've had a breakdown of a huge range. I mean, this range went on, was formed, say there. We'll go with, we'll go with the 20th of November. You could even say here, but then, we was in that range from November to December, January, 3-month range. And then we had a breakdown out of it. So for me, until we show signs of strength or whatever, there's not a rush to try and position in terms of spot. I mean, traders market, it is a traders market. You can get definitely a couple of good trades a week. I mean, this was a great trade here. Obviously, catching this. I know, save with crypto long that. I was thinking of 79, so I missed the boat on this one. But that Tom one that I put in the Discord on Friday, great trade. If I do say so myself, great trade. So there is trades out there for sure. It's just about catching them. That say trade that we just looked at. Pretty much, if you shorted any sort of altcoin yesterday, you're probably most likely in profit unless it's just an outlier. Sol down, Doge down, Stewie down, all down. But what I want personally now is price acceleration on ton to the downside. Is what I would like to see. I would like to see price acceleration to the downside on ton. Coinbase. Okay, you shorted it on Coinbase. Well, why do you? I don't get it. Why do you have to wait until I'm guessing futures opens in a couple hours? If it's Coinbase, why is that the case, CJ? Why do you have to wait until until futures opens to go on Coinbase when surely Coinbase offers 24/7? Surely. What's the first I've heard of that? No, I assume. Well, I know you're probably right in exactly what you're saying, but it's very odd, that, isn't it? I don't know whether it's a short ton or not. I don't know whether to just fire a short on it. Just like a low margin one. Just to try and make a couple of $100. It just seemed like, it'd just be logical, wouldn't it? I mean, this is where supply is. So I can't see how we'll get took out on it. I don't know, Bitcoin's bouncing a bit, isn't it, to be fair? Another decent absorption. Just absolute games today, isn't it? Absolute games both ways. I mean, this move to the downside, this move up, this move to the downside. It's just pure games that are being played. Hype's being smashed today, isn't it? Obviously had a great push up, but yeah, it's coming back down. Yeah, I'll have a think about the Tom one. I don't know. I'm yet to try and short the move back down. So I don't know. I mean, thing is, the momentum on it seems to be wavering a bit, doesn't it? Because even on that huge Bitcoin candle, it didn't really go up much. If we look at ETH, had a decent push up. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'll see how I feel later. Maybe I'll try and short Tom. Maybe I won't. We'll cover it on tomorrow's stream anyway. If I do, ideally, I want it to. I mean, if it just went straight back down into here, I would love it because I could long it again. I'd also be monitoring push down to $2. But any sort of strong push into here, and I think it really struggles to break that. So I'd be looking for a short in there as well. So they're like my higher time frame plans for Tron. If it doesn't go down from here, obviously a big if. They close Friday. Is that right? Yeah. They need to change that, don't they? Then if it's Coinbase, they need to change that. Daniel says short ton. I might do. I might short it. Thing is, news pumps. No matter what the news is, typically they always get retraced, don't they? That's what I'm thinking. I'm also thinking, what is Bitcoin going to do? Is Bitcoin likely to give it some fuel? But even if it did, I wouldn't be using much. And if it pushed into here, I would probably want to short more of it anyway. I'll have a think about it. Maybe short it before I go to bed. Bitcoin, crazy today though, isn't it? Very volatile. Yeah, big thank you for everyone who joined today. I appreciate you coming, spending a bit of time with me on your Sunday evening. Hope you've all had a great weekend. And I hope you're all ready for a big week ahead. No doubt we'll have some big moves this week on the market and interest in PA. Obviously, if you're looking to trade anything, make sure you click that first link in the description and sign up to BLOFIN. But if you're not a Stonksy user yet and you are looking to sign up, if you use code BOT20 at checkout, you get 20% off your first month. So obviously this applies to the monthly plan. So you can come and try it for a month if you want. Obviously, it's a monthly rolling plan, so there's no obligations to do more than a month. So if you want to come and try it out and you get to try it, 20% off. Great deal. Code BOT20. But that's all for me tonight. Obviously, Sunday's a short one, but we've got a great lot of stuff coming up this week. Obviously, got Justin on tomorrow. Then I will be streaming the FOMC rate decision on Wednesday evening. We'll have Save with Crypto on at some point. So yeah, it should be great. Yeah, big thank you from me. Thank you for joining, and I will catch everyone in one of the streams this week. Do make sure you come to them. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see what we've got going with tomorrow. I'll obviously update you to see if I've shorted on or not. But yeah, thank you everyone, and take care. Goodbye.